Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome back to Not Your Average Tabletop.
I'm Mac.
And I'm Zach. And today, what are we doing?
I
kind of threw you into this just randomly.
We are recapping our year and looking forward to the future.
Yeah, we're sort of looking at what kind of videos we had put up this last year and maybe some of the thoughts about what we could do this next year.
Yeah.
And also, something to note that we'll come back to later in the videos, we are going to be doing a giveaway. Possibly, it was one, possibly two games. So
what are we giving
stay
away?
Tuned.
Oh.
Stay tuned.
Oh.
We'll have more details of that
I can't
at the
wait
end
to
of the
find
video.
out.
I know, I can't either. There's no way anyone could skip to that point in the video. So
you wouldn't do that to us, though, would you?
I would
We're
hope,
good
I
board
would
gaming people.
surely hope not, but they might. But anyway, just to start off, some of the videos or video types that we had kind of done this last year were quite a few unboxing. I think we probably put up over 100 videos this last year.
Nice.
Maybe more. I would guess half of them were probably unboxings. And we had kind of we'd had you do a majority of them.
Mm-hmm.
Trying something a little bit different than what I'd seen before. Usually it's kind of just a zoomed in thing of the box and kind of looking at the components. Now we had it more, it was seeing you react to what was in the box more than letting them react. And that was something for this next year that we've already started with some of the unboxings we've done recently. We're going to more of that type of style.
Yeah.
So if you've seen some of the unboxings in the past and not really like those, we're going to be changing that up. But if you did like those or you wanted something like that, we could probably mix in some here or there. But I do think and that's why we kind of had that beginning intro on most of the videos, is I think people really like to look at what's going to be in the box.
Yeah.
But I just figured we would try something a little bit different than what I'm pretty sure almost all the other unboxings that I've seen. Yeah. Maybe there's something even cooler. I'm sure some people do some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have any comments on that? Are you happy that we don't have to watch you react to all these board games?
Yeah, I mean, I think, it makes logical sense to show them the up-close pieces of it. Probably takes a little bit of pressure off of me to, give, facial expressions and stuff when I see this stuff. I still have them, and actually they're probably a lot more natural now that I'm behind the camera. There's probably more expression, just because I don't know that I'm, naturally meant to be in front of a camera, but, yeah, so...
Yeah, and I found it funny how our first ones that we did like that, where we added that beginning on there, that was right before the Dice Tower changed from their kind of when Tom would drop, all the component drop onto the table. They switched from that to a very similar thing. So we joked that...
We know you're watching, Tom and Z. We know you are.
We know they changed just to follow us.
I know what's happening.
They're one of the few views, I'm sure.
Yeah. They haven't subscribed yet, but
they will. I'm sure.
They will.
But then we also did a few groups of videos of a playthrough or chippy review of rules and a quick overview of the games. We did a decent amount of those, but most of those were kind of at the beginning of the year. Towards the end of the year, it became less and less of those. And that's another change we're kind of making. So now we're going to mainly just be doing a playthrough video and also our chippy review, final thoughts on the games.
And if you want rules videos for certain games, feel free to request it. We'll look at doing it. It's just we have regular jobs, and they've been really busy for us over this past year, especially Zach, who is obviously our main content creator. And so just trying to balance our work life and our fun life here. And so that's kind of
And I think there's a few people out there that do the rules and focus on that are really good at what they do. Watch It Played does really good rules or explanations of games. But there's probably some games out there, so if we do shoot something that maybe doesn't have one out there, we'd definitely be happy. I'd be happy to do it on, specific games that you'd want to hear more on, because I think like
Yeah.
one of our most viewed videos is the downfall of Pompeii rules, which is kind of shocking because I'm like, I don't even know that I see that one mentioned that often.
You know what? Maybe I just realized maybe the title of it is making it like instead of like the rules of the game, it's like it rules. Like
some people just want to see the world burn.
quite literally. I don't know why that one's so popular, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But
Go check it out if you haven't.
yes.
There must be something really good in there.
Yes. Yeah, and I think I'll probably link a few of my favorite or some of the top videos in this video below. So if you wanted to check those out or see kind of what we thought some of the top videos were, we'll link a few of those below. But otherwise, we also, I think, coming off like the second half of the year, I'm not sure if you maybe did one or two, but I think it's mainly with me and Jesse. We've done some first impressions of some videos. So kind of our first thoughts after playing the game either once or twice most of the time.
Yep.
And we've started doing that. And I think that...
I like those.
Yeah, I like doing those. They're kind of like a review, but it's definitely it can be a very different feel from a first time or second time you play something to like a 7th, 8th, 9th time you play something.
Truth.
Because like you said, like we were talking about today, with our 10x10, Everdell is one of the games, and you said that the game has kind of started growing on you a little bit more.
It's really grown on me.
Yeah, not that it's maybe your favorite game of all time.
No, but I think now it would make my top 50.
Nice. Because yeah, I didn't. I figured it'd probably gone up probably a ranking or two. Because I think if you would have done a first impression, it probably would have been not
rough.
Amazing, and now it's probably at least in the middle of your pack of games, I would think, if not upper half.
Yeah, I'm scared to learn the expansion, though, because I'm just starting to like the base game. So I'm like, oh, no, what if I don't like it anymore? I'm scared.
Yeah, it'll probably be good.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'm just getting the base version down now. So let's maybe just keep playing that for a little while longer.
Okay. But yeah, we're hoping to continue to do those. Those are decently easy to shoot, and it also kind of gets us to play some of those new games as well.
Yeah. I'm like really chomping at the bit to do Obsession, so.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Still need to unbox that one.
I know.
But now you guys will be able to see everything in the unboxing. It should be a lot of good stuff, I hope.
Yeah.
Then we've done some queso quizzos, and at the beginning of the year we were doing snack attacks mixed with that, and I believe this year we're going to try to do every other month. So a snack attack and a queso quizzo, a snack attack, queso quizzo. We'll see how that ends up working. I'm not sure, 100% sure on that, but that's kind of what we were thinking. But we'll see. The queso quizzos I think have been fun. They've kind of been different each time, which has caused them to be chaos quizzos. But
I need a break. If you guys have watched any of our queso quizzos, I'm like the least well equipped. And I am constantly in those videos. I'm like, I can't believe I held on to the title.
You did. You were the queso queen for a majority of the year, probably.
Which is surprising.
Yes, and also with that, we had a storyline, which I'm sure almost no one watched. Where I was a secret attacker of Jesse. Went on through about 3 months or something.
Yeah.
That was fun, but I don't know that anyone said anything, so I doubt anyone really.
If you had fun with it, that's what matters.
That is what matters. Another type of video that we tried last year and will continue to do this year are the Tap Talk videos.
Oh, I'm really glad you guys are doing those. I like watching those.
Yeah, those have been mainly Jesse and myself, but in this next year, I know you're going to be in one. We're going to have a triple threat one. But then we may have some other guests too. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
Might have your
My
brother
older brother
step in, possibly.
Well, okay, I shouldn't say he loves tapestry, but he likes tapestry. So,
and I think he's interested.
Pretty dang good at it too. So.
Yeah, and he's interested in some of the new stuff. So we'll have to see. But yeah, those have all been. We've tried to get like interesting combos, but I've also heard someone say that they would find it interesting if it was like thematically like. I don't remember what two they had brought up, like the militants versus some other one. I can't remember off the top of my head, but so I was thinking, well, maybe could look at that too, because we were mainly looking at like.
But if it's thematically the same, wouldn't you think that the tracks would be similar then? But maybe
possibly,
not. You know,
I can't remember exactly which two that he had brought up, but it was telling it more like it would be like a story type thing.
Okay.
So looking at it that way, which I think is a great thing about Tapestry, is you can look at it those different
You
ways.
literally are making your tapestry.
I haven't played other Civilization games, and I know some people say, "Oh, this isn't a Civ game," and I'm not sure. Maybe
I don't even know what that means.
Maybe the story comes through better, or the history type aspect comes through, and other ones better. But I really like how Tapestry does it as well, because it's not like a direct history.
Yeah.
I know that makes a few people upset, but our top game, if you another thing we did this year was the top 50 of all time. If you went and looked at that, you'd know that was our top game of the year.
For you and Jesse.
For me and Jesse.
It was my number 2.
It was your number 2, yes. So you don't like it quite as much. That's why she didn't want to be in on the Tap Talks.
No, the Tap Talks are just long. So.
They are a little bit long. And that causes us to talk.
But
we can talk about Tapestry for a while.
I need to listen to your strategy, so it's strategy on my part, not to be
learning how to beat me at my own game.
Yeah.
But that's why we kind of need you in some of these videos.
Yeah.
Is because we just keep on talking. Like the first impression of the newest Tapestry expansion, I think we went over 50 minutes, and that's quite long for a first impression. But
you need an egg timer.
We could just probably keep talking about that for quite a while.
All day long, you boys.
Yeah, but one of my favorite parts too, like I just said, the top 50 of all time, of our favorite of all time lists.
Are we going to redo that next year?
I plan on it.
Okay.
And I don't know, I'm trying to think of how many games you like, because I was thinking we could also do like an additional quicker video of just naming our like next 50 games type thing, but that might just be Jesse and myself, because I know we've played a few more than you have, but we'll see, because this year, and we'll kind of talk about it a little bit more, we were going to try to play our whole collection A to Z, and I think there's a lot more in there that me and Jesse have probably played at least once or twice that you still haven't played, so hopefully it'll get a few more of the older games that we've had maybe to the table that you haven't played before, so you can see if you like those. So then maybe we'll all be able to do just a quick list of those extra ones, but I'm guessing there would be a lot of crossover, so maybe not.
Yeah.
Then we also did some top 10 lists. I'm trying to think of ones in particular. I know Jesse and I had done kind of games on our wish list, or games we would want to try like right now if we had the opportunity to. We made 2 of those. One of those was 2020 and on, and one was 2020 and before that.
Okay.
So it was 20 games for both of us that we play pretty much right now that we don't currently have. Well, I think now we currently have one of them, and we may get more in the future, but we'll have to see about that.
Okay.
Were there any top 10s you were in that you remember?
I was in the... No. I was in the top 10 of the year, but we did the components last year, and I don't think I've really been in one since.
Did we do Mother's Day? Did 5 games?
Yeah, for our mom's
Not really our.
And then I don't remember. I know we did a game of like 10 games we bring to game night or something like that. But I don't remember if that was this year or not.
It might have been early this year. But yeah, so we did a few of those, and I think we'll continue to do those. Kind of just as we get inspired or as ideas come up. I don't know. Can't think if we have anything specific planned for one of those, but just kind of as they come up type of thing.
Yeah.
And then we started doing, partway through the year, games we played in the prior month. I think that's a easier, fun one to do, kind of just recapping what we played.
I think that one is fun because after we play a game, I don't really think about it much more after that. So at the end of the month, it is fun to look back and be like, oh yeah, look at all these that we played, and I remember that gameplay. And
yeah, and looking back at what our favorite experience was, or favorite gameplay was of the month. Because I feel like that sometimes I'll be like, oh wow, that was this month that we played that. It felt like a long time ago, or maybe I totally forgot. Or if I forget to log it, I might falsely claim that I hadn't played a Stonemaier game in the month when really I had played Rolling Realm solo. I'm just not used to putting solo. I don't play solo games that often, so I don't put those in my app. And that's kind of how I determine it. And then another thing that we did, Jesse and myself, we made Dice Tower predictions, Dice Tower Award predictions. I think he beat me this year, but I plan on dethroning him next year. But we'll see if I can do that. I think I get favorite games of my own and maybe place too much emphasis on those when really I should know that that might not be
You get
a
tunnel
favorite.
vision on games? No way.
Wow. Wow. And
Tunnel.
then another thing Jesse and I kind of talked about was a recap of our Nacho Average board game tournament
Oh,
that we do that we've done the last 3 years.
yes.
And I'm hoping to continue that. I've
I'm
debated.
hoping to get a shout out for my work on that tournament.
You do a great, amazing job.
Yeah.
And I'm very thankful for it.
Oh, thank you, dear.
And I was trying to debate if we could video parts of that or whatever, some of the gameplay. So that might be something we try to do, but it's also just a lot going on
Yeah.
in general, so it makes it tough to
And
also
we're
try to film.
oftentimes just very
And a little bit of,
involved
you
in
know.
making sure our friends are having fun and that everyone's having fun. So,
So, yeah. We'll see if it's just another recap or something else along those lines.
Yeah.
But it'd be interesting to see if there would be some way of recording some of it or something, or we'll see.
Yeah.
But that's kind of a majority. We had some other odds and ends for videos and stuff, but that was mainly what we had done last year. And we kind of talked about a lot of the things that we'd wanted to continue, some of the slight changes we'd make to some of the things. I think probably continuing mostly everything there. Like I said, outside of like the rules and whatnot, unless they're specifically requested. But otherwise, like I said, we were going to do an A to Z challenge. So
yes.
we are still finishing up so we're shooting this a little bit before the end of the year. We're still finishing up on our 10 by 10 challenge. And I just don't know that that's quite for me or for us.
No.
It's hard because I found out you really need to be very picky and selective of the 10 games you're going to do.
Yes.
And like this was the first time I'd ever tried it.
Yeah.
Because I'd seen a lot of people in the year before kind of talk about theirs and whatnot, and it kind of was like, I want to do that. But then just the list of games we picked probably, I don't know, it just wasn't a combo. I think we needed a few more that we actually were already playing a lot.
Yeah, I mean, we had Psy on there, which we played the Rise of Fenris
Yeah.
campaign, so I think that got it started off hot. And then it was just hard because you like to play your new games that you get, and you often get tunnel vision for those certain games. And so to pull us back to these other games, when there's other ones we wanted to be playing, I think we just got distracted and comfortable playing the newer ones. And then we were like, oh no, we need to get these through. And then I think it also happened that there are some games that we played enough times now where I'm like, I don't want to play this again. Like, I can't. I don't want to, because I'll just lose.
Yeah, we tried to include a few on there that we hadn't really played as much that previous year, and because I wanted to get some of those back to the table that we weren't playing as much.
I'm glad we have like lanterns on there. And that one's good.
Yeah, for sure.
And Everdale, but.
But yeah, I think so. This year we're going to try to play pretty much the entire collection A to Z. So in the first few weeks, we're going to, I think, based on the number of games, we have to play about 3. So in a 3-week span, we have to play 3, 3, 4. So we have to play like 10 games every 3 weeks to get through them all.
Oh my gosh.
And we're going to start with A and kind of do a recap, I think, at the end of...
And we haven't even opened games for Christmas yet.
So it might go up a little bit. We'll see. We don't know. Maybe there won't be any more games.
Right.
But, so we're going to try to go through that and kind of recap the
man.
A games and then recap the B games. And I think that'll also maybe help us decide if we want to call any of these games. I think it's kind of a last chance for some of them and also a way to also play some of the old games. That way it mixes it up and it doesn't have to be the same game over and over. So I'm hoping I'll like that a little bit better. We'll see if we get through them all or not.
Now, are we going to be adding games that we get throughout the year to the alphabet, or?
We'll have to see. There might be a catch-up because I don't believe we have any Y. We have one Y, I think. We don't have any Z. I don't know if we have any X.
Okay.
So there's time at the end of the year to catch up on some of those. Or we can throw them in later. We'll figure it out as we go. Then, along with that, I think that's going to kind of work in with the chippies and the playthroughs. We're going to try to kind of do one for each letter, possibly 2. depending on how many there are of that letter, of ones we haven't done. So that way we also give our individual thoughts or playthrough of some of these games as well. So we got that. That's a major thing that's going to be happening. And then also in September, which I believe is the 10-year anniversary for Stonemaier Games, since that's, if you look in probably half the videos, I'm wearing a Stonemaier shirt probably. Not this one, of course.
But I am.
That is Star Baker.
No, look, I got a
Ooh, you got the mech. You got the mech, so we're pretty big fans of Stonemaier games in general, so I think we're going to try to have a Stonemaier month where we have just a ton of videos relating to Stonemaier games, probably chippies for every game we haven't done yet, maybe some playthroughs. Jesse and I were contemplating we might try to record or stream ourselves doing a play of each Stonemaier game for one of those.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and then some tap talks and stuff. Yeah, just a lot of good Stonemaier stuff. We'll probably figure it out as we go, or as we get closer. That'll be in September, hopefully.
Wow.
A way to celebrate our probably favorite publisher, one of our favorite designers.
Wow.
So that is the hope. But that's a ways out, so don't have to worry about it now. But yeah, and then we will, Jesse and I have been already kind of starting videoing a few of these, but for Pandemic Legacy Season 1, we've kind of done some recap videos after each play attempt, and there's major spoilers, so it's going to be, whether or not you really want to watch it, it's going to be labeled as spoilers, obviously, but we're just going to probably post some. It's a game that plays out over a year's worth of time, kind of, but you might play multiple times in the same month. Okay. So I'm thinking we're probably just going to do the videos for those months in those specific months. So the games we played for January would go in January and so on.
Okay.
So we'll do that. We may also have a Carcassonne month. So that was one of our first games that got us into the hobby. It's one of mine and Jesse's favorite games. I think it's middle of the ground.
I don't want to play it 31 times.
Well, you don't have to play it. It's me and Jesse mainly.
Okay.
So he ended up getting all the expansions for the base game, I think. Outside of, I think there's one, but they don't print it or something. So we're going to play through all of those and give our thoughts on each of those individual expansions and kind of rank them. And then maybe try a play with everything at once and see kind of how that goes. I don't know.
Oh boy.
But we may do, I think we'll probably release those all in the same month as well, but I'm not sure when that will exactly
It's a lot of games to play on already, a very beefy list of games.
That is a lot. We're asking for a lot here. This is going to be
Your work better slow down.
I might have to quit my job just to focus on these.
If you haven't had a chance yet, please like and subscribe so that Zach can quit his job and fulfill his dream of running a channel and playing board games all day.
Yes.
That would really help us out, guys.
And then the last thing I could think of right now, and obviously I think as ideas come up, like I said, that's kind of what we'll probably do. But we were maybe also going to do a dinosaur series of our thoughts on games, since we recently got the Dinosaur World game, and we had the Dinosaur Island, Dinosaur Roar and Right. I think Jesse and I have played Draftosaurus, but we were going to look for any other dino games out there and kind of maybe rank them and talk about them a little bit as well.
Wow, I didn't
So we might have a couple videos on that.
Interesting.
But yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. A lot of the same, but then throwing a few other things in there as well.
I'd be interested to know if anybody would be interested in like a Q&A or something where we could directly answer what they.
That is true.
You know.
Yeah.
On a game or just the hobby in general, or.
No.
I don't know. Let us know down below.
Exactly. I'd be willing to do it. You could do that. Either take up questions from after a certain video or something, or potentially we haven't done anything live streamed or anything like that, but could do something like that as well. I don't know that many people would be able to watch live, so it'd probably be easier to get comments from or questions from another video and then answer those.
Right.
But yeah, I'd be definitely be willing to do that.
Yeah, and if there's anything else that you think we should do, or you have ideas on, or if you like any of the ideas that we have, let us know down below. we want to create content that you guys can watch.
I guess, was there any inspiration you got from any of this that you wanted to do? Not really.
I think it would be fun. I don't know if anyone. I mean, I feel like I have a different perspective than you and Jesse on games, just because my mind works a little bit differently. And so, I'd be interested in. We got the Cartographers Collector's Edition, and so I'd be interested in doing like a recap video on the different modules. I guess are they considered expansions?
There's, I mean, there. I don't know what I'd call that. It's probably expansion. You have the different maps, then you have or some new cards, and you got the heroes. So it's kind of a expansion modules type thing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm probably like the only person that like stands that game, but if there is any interest in that, I'd love to do that. Focus on one of the games that I really like.
That'd be good. It's just like Tap Talk is our favorite. Cartographers may or may not be your number one in that list.
Yeah, and maybe if I like Obsession, I could, kind of knock heads with two of my hobbies here, which is reading and board gaming. So that'd be fun to do a video for me.
Here's to hoping that she likes Obsession, because
I really hope I do.
I've been waiting. I had seen in the website that they were going to be restocking or getting a shipment in to restock like for probably a few months now. I'd been kind of watching it, and I knew they were expecting kind of late in the year, so I was able to finally order it, and I just ended up ordering it all. So hopefully, I know you're not always the biggest fan of expansion stuff, but hopefully you'll like it enough. I just thought, well,
hopefully I'll like the base game at least.
Yeah.
And then we can add the expansions.
Yeah.
Don't do them all at the
I even got a response from them, which is really nice, because he made a video saying kind of what order he thought you should take them on in, and kind of like your first few games, don't play with the expansion. I found that really good
the
customer
designer,
service. I think it was the designer. I think he designed it and is the publisher. What is it? Into Games. I'm probably saying that wrong. It's something like that. But yeah, I thought that was really awesome how he sent out an email, and it felt very personal, saying like in a good way, not a bad way.
I didn't think it in a bad way.
But yeah, letting you know, like, I saw that you ordered all of it at once. It's probably not the best idea to just try to take it all in all at one time, because it'll be very overwhelming and have a bad experience.
I bet it would be.
But yeah, it was nice of him to do that. But yeah, otherwise, I mean, yeah, that'd be awesome if you wanted to do that. If you ended up liking it, I guess you'll find out next year if there's no extra content on that. And then it'll be me and Jesse liking it, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, that's pretty much this kind of what this recap of this last year. I think currently we have 95 subscribers, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Very thankful for
Thank you.
all those that liked,
to each
commented.
and every one of you. We love you, each of you.
Yes, for sure, 100%. And
I love seeing comments on our videos. I love seeing the response. Like, it's so great to interact with others on board games, especially with everything that's been going on in the world for the last 2 years, to kind of be starting to create a community that we can talk about board games with, online. And I think that's just really cool that that's brought us to this. So
yeah, I definitely agree on all that. And yeah, as a little thank you, I think we'll get to the giveaway that maybe you skipped to this part right away.
If you did, go back and watch.
You go back and watch it.
Please?
Because we want to know. So the giveaway will be, I believe, one of Michaela's games, one of her top 10 games that was new to her
last year.
This 2021.
Yeah.
So for this giveaway, what I would want is your favorite video that we've put out there, whether it was this year or before that. I'm trying to remember. I think we only had probably not as much before that. So it's mainly been from this year. But any of your favorite videos from this year, or so either that or maybe one of these ideas that you thought you were excited, looking forward to.
So are you gonna announce official rules and all that stuff, or write it in the description below? Yeah,
I'll include that in the description, and also so that'd be one entry, and another entry would be if I can see that you are a subscriber. That will be an additional entry to the giveaway. Like you said, I'll put more details in the comments below. And I believe we'll leave this open 1 week following when this video is out.
Okay.
And then we'll announce the winners after that. And also, as a bonus, if we get to 100 subscribers before the end of that period, we will give away one of Jesse's top 10 of 2021 as well.
Oh boy.
So there's some pressure. I won't say what those games are.
Okay.
Until...
Glad I didn't just shout it out.
Well, we probably could.
No. Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So I think the first one, well, I know the first one.
Yeah, I do too.
It's going to be spoiling, I believe, possibly our top 2021.
Oh no. Okay, then we can't say it.
Well, we can say it.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't spoil what number it is.
Okay. Well, good. I'm glad I didn't shout out what number it was.
Will be Port Royal. That will be the for sure game that's given away. We don't actually own a copy of the other one, but if we get to 100 subscribers, we will be giving away a copy of Conspiracy as well.
Okay.
So definitely leave a comment below to get entered into this contest, and you can look at the rules as listed in the description below as well.
Yep.
And like I said, you can probably share it to hopefully get us over that 100 subscriber mark. That way we'll give out 2 games.
Yeah.
And then we'll post a video of the results and reach out and contact the winner.
Yeah. And if you guys just know us from YouTube, make sure you're subscribed so you can follow along with that. Also, Zach has a Instagram at Left-Handed Meeple. He posts everything there too. So.
Yeah. But otherwise, it was a great year.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm very thankful for all of you watching these videos, subscribing, commenting, liking, all that good stuff. I'm looking forward to this next year.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's all about just having fun making these videos.
It really is because, we started this in lockdown, and it was just kind of a way for us to get out there and do some fun things with our hobby, explore it a little bit further, and it's just been really great having you all here and getting to meet everyone and just learning all these games and everything about, what we like about it. Before this channel, I don't think we really talked about what made a game special or amazing to us. So it's been really cool that way too, to kind of think about each other and what they think of games. So
yeah, I agree. But we will see you next time. And as always,
don't forget to
keep on nibbling.